no resistance in my soul. Now is the time when I let go of my fears, illusions, and sense of dread. When I give up control and I let you hold me with no resistance in my. Welcome to our online gentle yoga class with ThetaHealing. Today our focus is going to be the second chakra. And it's all about change, movement, creativity. It can also be sexuality. So there's a lot going on in that second chakra. And it's about 2 inches below the navel. So that's going to be our focus today. And of course, we can never just focus on one chakra and forget about all the other energy centers along the spine. So of course, we'll balance out our whole being so the energy can flow freely along our whole spine. So we can be healthy, happy, and at peace, and also flow through changes with ease and grace. And there are so many changes happening around us, really all the time, especially these days. It's very easy to give our energy into all the different paths, opinions, energies. And it's very easy to get lost in that and really lose our center. And then wonder, who are we and what is really our purpose? So we'll really do our best to center ourselves so we can be on our own path. Tune in to see what our own purpose is so we can fully live our own purpose rather than just giving our energy out to everything and everyone and losing ourselves along the way. And with change, I feel it's an interesting topic to reflect on. How do we deal with change? Do we just sit back and flow with whatever changes are happening? And does it work for us? Or do we get lost in it? Or do we feel powerless in it? Or do we create change? Do we even believe that we have the right and the power to create positive changes in our own life and in this world? So it's about flexibility too. Are we overly flexible and again give our energies out in all these different ways and deplete ourselves? Or do we have a healthy boundary? Do we know when to be flexible and when to stay on our path? And all of that affects the hips a lot, the pelvis. It's also about our reproductive system. Creation, what are we creating? Do we feel safe? Do we believe that we have the right, we're allowed to create freely, almost from our soul, from our whole being? Or were we told as a child, oh, what you were drawing was really ugly, or whatever you created was not enough or not good enough, and that could have been blocking that second chakra. And even though it may have been 20 years ago, that shock may still be in us on a subconscious level. So it's a nice time to tune in and see what restriction or limitations are still in us, especially in the second chakra. And through the theta healing and the yoga that we'll do today, we're going to release these limiting subconscious beliefs. I'm not allowed to express myself or my creativity freely. It's wrong for me to move. It's wrong for me to move forward on my path, and whatever else may be coming up. So we'll release those beliefs on the history, core, genetic, and soul level. Release limiting emotions, maybe some fear that's stuck in us. Fear about moving forward, fear about related to change. Maybe some anger related to all the changes that are happening. So we'll release whatever emotions may be coming up. And the second chakra is being formed basically when we're between 8 and 14 years old. And of course, even now, on a day-to-day basis, we're experiencing life, and we can choose how we're relating to life and how we can live in our highest and best way. So it continues to evolve. And Yogananda today has a beautiful message in the spiritual diary that I thought I'd share with you. The topic is effort, but it's also very much related to change. Often we continue to suffer without making an effort to change. That is why we don't find lasting peace and contentment. If we would persevere, we would certainly be able to conquer all difficulties. We must make the effort that we may go from misery to happiness, from despondency to courage. Paramahansa Yogananda from Man's Eternal Quest. So we have the power and we have the right to create change, and we're meant to. It's really a part of our purpose to create change and to shift ourselves from misery to happiness, from despondency to courage. So again, we work with the different chakras. The change is in the second chakra, that power center is the third chakra. Always come from the heart, our fourth chakra. The verbal expression, fifth chakra, the divine guidance, sixth chakra, and our connection with the divine, the crown chakra. And of course, the root chakra. We need to be grounded on this earth to even know what changes to create and to feel stable enough to flow. Second chakra is so much about flowing too. So close your eyes, sit in any comfortable position that is comfortable for you, that's balancing for you right now. And just notice how you feel. Is your breath flowing smoothly right now? Or is it kind of rough or shallow or filled with fear or anger? Do you feel calm and peaceful? Joyful or agitated? Don't judge it, just notice how you feel. We'll practice the mudra, the Yoni Mudra, that can really help to balance out and strengthen that second chakra. So if you like, you can open your eyes and I'll show you how it works. Bring the tips of your thumbs together, the tips of your index fingers. So that creates a triangle, and then you can either extend the other fingers out downward, or you can interlace the other fingers pointing up. And you just place your hands just below the navel. And then close your eyes. We'll move into the three-part yogic breath. And that's all breathing through the nose, which calms our nervous system, cleanses our sinuses, fills our whole core with fresh energy, prana, life force, oxygen. So breathe into the belly, pushing your belly out. Draw that same breath into your rib cage and into your chest. And hold the breath for the same count. So you count maybe 5 or 6, or whatever is deep and slow for you. And slowly breathe out through the nose, chest, ribs, belly. Draw the belly in towards the spine. Breathe in again, pushing the belly out. Draw the same breath into your rib cage and into your chest. Make sure your shoulders are relaxed. And breathe out, chest, ribs, drawing the rib cage in, belly, draw the belly in towards the spine. And continue this three-part yogic breath at your own pace. And your affirmation could be, I flow through change with ease and grace. Could also be I express creativity freely. Whatever you need to cultivate related to that second chakra. Deep, slow breaths. Breathe with that affirmation, that intention throughout the whole class. So every breath is going to make it stronger, and it helps you to stay focused. Let's practice one more 3-part yogic breath together. Holding at the top. And relax your hands. Come into a cross-legged position if you're not already in one. Your hands can be on your knees. And start moving your torso to the right in large circles. One inhalation and one exhalation with each rotation. I invite you to keep your eyes closed throughout this practice. If you're not sure how to practice a certain pose, you can open your eyes and see how I do it, but always listen to your body and do it in a way that's free, expansive, opening for you. One inhalation and one exhalation through the nose. With every rotation, we're opening up and balancing out the first 3 energy centers along the spine. And that's where we often hold a lot of emotions and stuck energies. So we'll move into some theta healing here while we're moving the body. Would you like to trust change, move through changes, and create positive change in your highest and best ways?
Yes.
It's being downloaded into you on the history, core, genetic, and soul level, if you say yes. So definitely say yes out loud with all of your energy, your whole being. So you're saying to the Creator, to God, to the universe, yes, I'm ready for this change. And breathe with your affirmation, helping you to stay focused and centered. One more rotation in this direction. The next time you come forward, pause. And gently reverse direction. One inhalation and one exhalation with each rotation. Would you like to know how to be flexible without being overly flexible, and trust that you can have healthy boundaries with that?
Yes.
Would you like to know how to use your creativity in a safe way and in an open, free way, and trust that you have the right to express yourself creatively?
Yes.
One more rotation in this direction. The next time you come forward, arch your back, open your heart, and exhale, lean back. Draw the belly in towards the spine. Inhale, come forward, open your heart to all the changes. Exhale, round in, leaning back. Inhale, come forward and flow through change with ease and grace. Exhale, lean back, rounding your spine. Come back to center. Inhale your left arm up. Bring your fingertips of the right hand or your palm onto the earth. And exhale, draw the belly in towards the spine and lean over to the right. Inhale back to center, reach both arms up. Lengthening all the way from the hips. Taking a few breaths here, reaching up through the torso, shoulders, arms, all the way to your fingertips. And exhale, lean over to the other side. Draw the belly in towards the spine. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, your palms to your heart. Bow to your heart, honoring all that you are and all of your experiences. And roll onto your back. Bring your feet as wide as the mat, bending your knees. And we'll windshield wipe our legs. So exhale your knees to the right. It's a beautiful hip opener. Inhale back to center. Exhale to the left. Inhale back to center. Exhale right. Flow at your own pace. And the sound of the second chakra is VAM, V-A-M. So you could also, either out loud or silently, repeat that sound, VAM, to balance out your second chakra, second energy center along the spine. Inhaling your knees back to center whenever you're ready for that. And exhaling to the side. Inhale back to center. Exhale to the other side. Just flow at your own pace. Breathing with your affirmation or with the sound of the second chakra, VAM. And come back to center and bring your feet hip distance apart. If you have a block close by, feel free to grab a block. Otherwise, don't worry about it. Either way is fine. If you have a block, you can place it in between your inner thighs. Walk your feet a little closer to your sit bones. And if you don't have a block, don't worry about it. Just imagine a block between your thighs so you're moving your thighs in towards each other. Because it's all about a balance between opening the hips and creating stability in the hips and pelvis. We don't want to open up so much that we give our energy out into the world so much that we don't have any stability in our own body, in our whole being, and in our own life. The next inhalation, lift up your pelvis, your hips, lower back, middle back, tucking your chin towards your chest. Press your hips high up into the sky. Hold here for a couple of breaths. And slowly roll back down. One vertebrae at a time. It's a nice massage for the spine. And then your sacrum, your hips land on the earth. Arch your back. Inhale, rolling up one vertebrae at a time. Lifting up your pelvis, hips, lower back, middle back, maybe even upper back. And slowly roll back down, one vertebrae at a time. Arching your spine. Inhale, slowly roll back up. You can also lift up your arms as you're rolling up your spine. And when your hips are up in the sky, your arms can be behind your head. Your arms are long. And slowly exhale down, rolling down, lowering your arms down so your hips and arms, hands touch the earth at the same time. Arch your back. Inhale, slowly rolling up, lifting up your arms if you like. Until the hips are high up in the sky, your arms behind your head. And slowly roll down. Always flow at your own pace. And practice this one more time. And when your hips are up, just keep your hips up. If you're using your arms, keep your arms above your head. And you're still imagining a block. If you're not using one, imagine a block between your thighs so your knees don't go out to the side too much. Deep, slow breaths here. You like to trust that it's safe for you to be heard for what it's safe for you to express who you truly are and what's truly important for you.
Yes.
So you like to know how to express your creativity in your highest and best ways at this time.
Yes.
And slowly roll back down, lower your arms down. And gently arch your spine. And draw the knees in towards your chest. You can let go of the block if you used one. And make circles with your knees. Your hands can be on your knees, giving your lower back a nice massage. And the second chakra is also related to the lower back. And sometimes we have tension there if we don't feel supported. Can also be related to abundance, going into the first chakra, really. So would you like to know how to manifest abundance, live in abundance, and allow abundance into all areas of your life?
Yes.
And change direction. Would you like to know how to allow support in, when to ask for help, and trust that it's a strength to ask and allow help in, not a weakness?
Yes.
Nice. Then place both feet onto the earth. Bring your left ankle over your right leg. And lift your right foot up and draw your legs towards you. Bring your left hand through the opening and clasp your hands just below your right knee. Your left elbow can press your left leg away from you for another great hip opener. Flex your left foot to protect your left knee. And continue breathing with your affirmation. I flow through change with ease and grace. Or you can breathe with Vam to balance out the second chakra. Deep, slow breaths. With every exhalation, you could press your left leg away from you a little bit more. Draw your right leg in towards you for a deeper stretch. Always feel out what you need. Would you like to know how to honor your needs and create those changes in your body, mind, and life that are really beneficial for you from Creator's perspective?
Yes.
One more inhalation. With the next exhalation, let go of your hands, lower your feet onto the earth. You may want to move your legs from side to side. Always feel out what is opening and freeing for you. Every body is so different. And come back to stillness. Tuck your chin in towards your chest. Left foot is on the earth. Bring your right ankle on top of your left leg. And already here you may feel a nice stretch in your hip if you move your knee away from you. If you like, you can lift up your left foot, bring your knees towards you, and your right hand goes through the opening. Clasp your hands with the other thumb on top, just below your left knee, and your right elbow can press your right knee away from you. Flex your right foot to protect your right knee. Would you like to release all pain, shock, and trauma from any sexual experience that felt not pleasant, that felt like abuse, attack, and that felt just I'm just going to say the word disagreeable. I'm not even sure if that is a word, but that's how it came up.
Yes.
So any kind of abuse can get stored in that second chakra and those body parts that I mentioned earlier too. So like to forgive the people involved with that, involved in it, forgive yourself for allowing it subconsciously, and forgive the Creator for allowing it to happen.
Yes.
When you forgive, you're just freeing up stuck energy in yourself. So it doesn't mean that you're inviting more abuse or attack in, it's just creating clear energy in your own being. Pressing your right leg away from you. In every pose, it's your choice how deep you like to go. We don't always need to go as deep as we possibly can. Maybe this is a morning for gentleness. Always feel it out for yourself. One more inhalation. The next exhalation, let go of your hands. Relax your feet onto the earth. Take a moment, notice how you feel. And then rock forward and back, massaging your whole spine. And come into a seated position. We'll practice a yoga therapy pose. So bend both knees and your right leg, your right foot points back. Your left foot is up against your right leg. So the toes basically end where your knee is. So sit up straight. You can have your hands behind you. Flex your right foot. And we'll gently move the pelvis forward and back. This is a really nice balancing pose for the pelvis, sacrum, hips. So it's a subtle movement. Almost doesn't even look like you're moving the body, but it's a nice adjustment, bringing flexibility, movement into the first and second chakras. You like to release our fear of movement, fear of moving forward, and fear of change, fear of the future, fear of the unknown.
Yes.
Breathe it out, move it out of these areas. Would you like to fully trust your path? Trust the future and trust the unknown. Trust that everything's going to work out in your highest and best ways.
Yes.
Beautiful. Then come to stillness and change sides. So both knees are bent. Your left foot is towards the back. Your right foot is against your leg and the toes end where your knee ends. Bring your hands behind you. Roll your shoulders back. Sit up straight. And then it's just a subtle pelvic tilt. Moving forward and back, creating space, flexibility in your pelvis and your hips. Deep, slow breaths, breathing with your affirmation. Or with Vam to balance out the second chakra. And the color is orange, so you can also imagine the color orange. Would you like to know how to feel joy and trust that you're worthy and you deserve to feel joy in your body, in your mind, in your life.
Yes.
Just moving your pelvis forward and back in a very subtle way. And then come to stillness. Bring both legs forward. You can remove the flesh from your sit bones. So your legs are straight. Flex both feet. We'll move into Pashimo Tanasana. You can either just walk your hands forward or inhale your arms up. Engage your legs and exhale, come forward half of the way, reaching forward, lengthening. Draw the belly in towards the spine. Inhale, back up. Exhale, come forward 3/4 of the way. Reach forward, lengthen, engage your legs. Draw the belly in towards the spine. Inhale your arms up, your torso up, lengthening. And exhale, lower down all the way so your hands can touch the earth. They can touch the shins. Maybe you want to hold on to the soles of your feet or your big toes. Lots of options in every pose. So it's not about pulling on your feet in a rough way. It's more about just allowing the breath to move the body. So with every inhalation, we can come up slightly, create some space. With every exhalation, draw the belly in towards the spine and allow the exhalation to deepen the pose rather than pulling on your feet. And again, for a deeper stretch, feel free to hold on to your soles of the feet, but don't focus on pulling so much. Really allow the breath to move the body. It's a nice stretch for the lower back, so feel that you're supported. You can relax into the stretch instead of forcing anything. If you like to know how to flow in your life with gentleness and kindness rather than stress, worry, tension, pushing or pulling.
Yes.
Beautiful, deep, slow breaths. Allow the exhalation to deepen the pose. Relax your head and neck. This is a nice forward bend, very calming for the nervous system. If any thoughts come in, just return to your affirmation or return to Vam. The next inhalation, reach your arms forward, draw the belly in towards the spine to protect your lower back. Slowly inhale back up. If you have any tension in your back, bend your knees. Always honoring your body. And exhale your palms to your heart. Would you like to know how to be fully centered in your heart as you're flowing through life?
Yes.
Beautiful. And come onto your hands and knees. So your hands are directly underneath your shoulders, your knees are under your hips. Fingers spread wide, middle fingers facing forward. Inhale, head and tailbone up, arching your spine. Exhale, round, moving into a few rounds of cat and cow. Inhale, head and tailbone up, arching, balancing out all the chakras along the spine. Exhale, round, creating a healthy spine so the energy can flow freely. Inhale, head and tailbone up, arching. Exhale, round. Inhale, head and tailbone up. And exhale, round to child's pose. Sitting on your knee, on your heels. Feel free to widen your knees so your belly can sink in between your legs.
Walk your hands forward, lengthening, creating space. Then walk both hands to the right, breathing into your side body. You can focus on moving your left hip back a little bit. Breathing into that left side of the body, our feminine, receptive side. Just like to know how to allow, how to receive, and how to just be.
Yes.
Walk both hands forward, the inhalation. And exhale, walk both hands to the left, breathing into your right side. And focus on moving your right hip back and down. And the right side of the body is the active, masculine side. So would you like to know how to take actions from the space of creativity and trust that it's safe for you and you're allowed to do that?
Yes.
Beautiful. Inhale back to center. Come back to your hands and knees and move your hips in any way they want to move at this time. Maybe from side to side. Maybe in circles, in a figure eight. Whatever feels good, opening for you right now. Would you like to release all rigidity and stuck energies that no longer serve you?
Yes.
Would you like to know what it feels like to be free and trust that you have the right to create a new, strong foundation through freedom?
Yes.
Nice. And come back to your hands and knees into a table position. Step your right foot out to the right. Just moving some things. And bring your hands onto your hips. Inhale your left arm up, reaching up, creating space, lengthening. And exhale, draw the belly in towards the spine and lean over to the right. You can walk your right hand down alongside your right leg if that feels good for you. If that feels opening, freeing for you. Every inhalation, create more length, space. With every exhalation, draw the belly in towards the spine and deepen the pose. Always allowing the breath to deepen the pose. Feeling a nice stretch in your left hip. Our hips are our foundation. Now we can let go of that restriction in our foundation. We can still honor our genetic line, but we don't need to be stuck with whatever patterns they experience. We can create new ways of being and doing. I'd like to know how to do that in your highest and best ways. And inhale back up, reach both arms up. Exhale your palms to your heart. Come back to your hands and knees. Take a moment and notice how you feel rather than rushing into the next pose. And step your left foot to the left. Bring your hands onto your hips. Inhale your right arm up, reaching up, lengthening. And exhale, draw the belly in towards the spine and lean over to the left. You can use your left hand and bring it down alongside your left leg. Or keep it at your hip. Always create what feels opening for you. With every inhalation, you could lift up slightly, create space. With every exhalation, draw the belly in towards the spine and allow your breath to deepen the pose. It's not about really moving far down alongside your leg. It's also not about pushing or forcing it. So really allow your breath to move yourself into the side stretch. We're not leaning forward just to be able to have the right hand touch the toes. It doesn't matter at all how deep you go in a physical way. It's much more about staying focused, present, and creating the flexibility and the changes that are beneficial for you. If you'd like to know how to create your own path, how to stay on your path and fully live your purpose.
Yes.
And it's such a great time to create a new foundation for ourselves right now. Inhale back to center, reaching both arms up. Exhale your palms to your heart. Connect with your heart center. Come back to your hands and knees. And notice how you feel. Would you like to know how to tune in to see what changes even need to be created?
Yes.
And would you like to know how to enjoy stillness and just being present in the now?
Yes.
Nice. And lift up your right knee and move your knee in circles, creating an opening for the hips, and the circles can be as big or little as you like. Feel out what you need at this time. Reverse direction. Come back to your hands and knees. And lift up your left knee. Start creating circles. They can be small, they can be big. Tune in. What do you need right now? I flow through life with ease and grace. Reverse direction, bringing fresh energy into our foundation. So then we can move forward with ease and grace, flexibility. Come back to your hands and knees. And exhale, round into child's pose. Your arms can be forward, palms facing down to feel grounded. Or alongside your body, palms facing up to receive fresh energy. Would you like to know how to make choices that are beneficial for you at this time?
Yes.
Bring your hands forward again. Come onto your hands and knees. Curl your toes. And exhale to downward facing dog. So fingers spread wide, middle fingers facing forward. Feel free to walk out your legs, bending one knee. And then the other one. Your hips are high up in the sky and your head and neck is relaxed. Would you like to know how to feel empowered, how to have determination and perseverance and trust that it's possible and you deserve that?
Yes.
Then bend your knees. And come all the way onto your toes, straighten your legs. And with the next exhalation, bring your heels towards the earth. They don't need to touch the earth, but they're moving in that direction. Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Very calming for the nervous system. The next inhalation, walk or step your right foot forward between your hands. And lower your left knee onto the earth. So your right knee is directly above your ankle. With the next inhalation, lift up your arms and the toes of your left foot can be curled or you can relax your foot, either way. Every inhalation, reach up, possibly come into a slight back bend. On the exhalation, deep, slow breath. Feel free to walk your right foot forward a little bit if you notice that your knee moved forward beyond your ankle. And with the exhalation, you can bring your left hip forward, right hip back. Very subtle movement. I flow through life or through changes with ease and grace. The next exhalation, slowly lower your hands down again on either side of your front foot. Open your heart. And press back to downward facing dog. Either being in stillness or you can walk out your legs. Completely up to you. Come forward into plank. Draw the belly in towards the spine and feel the strength. Your inner strength in a physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual way. Would you like to trust that you are strong and you have the power to persevere?
Yes.
Lower down, feel free to come onto your knees. And inhale into a Cobra. Your elbows are close to your body, your torso. Feel free to lift up your hands off the mat, using your back strength. Press into your hands, roll your shoulders back and come into upward facing dog. The next exhalation, bring your head to the right and lower your left hip down. Inhale, back to center, open your heart. Exhale, bring your head to the left, your right hip down. Inhale, back to center. Curl your toes and exhale to downward facing dog. Your hips are high up in the sky. Make sure you're relaxing your head and neck. You could shake your head forward and back. Yes to all the great changes. And then walk or step your left foot forward between your hands. So your knees directly above your ankle. Lower your right knee onto the earth. Draw the belly in towards the spine and inhale your arms up, your torso up. You can relax your right foot if you like, or you can continue to curl your toes for more stability. Completely up to you. So your left knee is above your ankle. Every inhalation, reach up. With every exhalation, you could come into a slight back bend. You can draw your right hip forward, left hip back. Would you like to fully embrace change rather than resisting it?
Yes.
Change happens all the time, so we might as well be open to it and embrace it rather than creating fear or restriction. I'd like to know how to use your creativity, when, where to use it, so that you can fully express yourself and be understood.
Yes.
Deep, slow breaths.
Now with the next exhalation, slowly lower your hands down. Lift your right knee up off the earth. And step your left foot back into plank. Then slowly lower all the way down. Feel free to come onto your knees. Clasp your hands behind your back. Roll your shoulders back and lift up your torso. You can also lift up your legs if you like. Reaching your arms back, lengthening your spine. Deep, slow breaths. And slowly exhale down, bring your head to one side. Relax your arms by your side, your big toes touch. And allow yourself to completely relax and let go. Bring your head to the other side. If you're holding any tension in your lower back, your sacrum, pelvis, your belly, just breathe it out and let it go. Bring your head back to center. Press up. And we'll come on our back. If you have a space where you can put your legs up against the wall, that would be really nice. Otherwise, you can be just lift your legs up. It doesn't need to be a full shoulder stand, but you can just lift your legs up like this. But if you have a wall close by, I invite you to face the wall, lay on your back and have your feet up against the wall. Really nice to bring fresh energy into the hips, pelvis, that first and second chakra. And then relax your arms by your side. I flow through changes with ease and grace. And if you were in a supported shoulder stand of some kind, feel free to lower your legs into Shavasana or practice any other pose that you like to practice that will help you to feel complete, that will make this practice complete for you. If you like, you can keep your legs up against the wall. It's a nice release for the lower back as well. And for your Shavasana, you can stay here with your legs up against the wall, or you can lay on your mat, the legs in front of you, arms by your sides. I'm going to move over to my mat again for Shavasana. It's completely up to you. Wherever you are, allow yourself to completely relax and let go. You're held by the earth, fully supported by the earth. So there's no need to hold on to any tension. Just allow your whole body to relax. Allow your mind to relax. Allow your whole being to be calm and peaceful.
Now is the time when I let go of my fears, inhibitions, and sense of dread. When I give up control and I let you hold me with no resistance in my soul. Now is the time when I let go of my fears, inhibitions, and sense of dread. When I give up control and I let you hold me with no resistance in my soul. This is the day when I throw it all away to the fire of your loving one. Now I have just what I need to be free, to feel who I am. This is the day when I throw it all away to the fire of your loving one. Be free to stay in Shavasana as long as you like. Such a healing pose. So whenever you feel ready, you can start deepening your breath, but if you prefer to stay in Shavasana, please do. Nice for those of you that are ready to come out of Shavasana as you're deepening the pose. Still breathe with Aum or your affirmation. Gently bring some movement into your fingers and toes. Stretch your arms up above your head, lengthening your whole body. Maybe extending one leg at a time, reaching it forward. And roll over to your right side. And keep your eyes closed. Press up and come into a comfortable seated position. Feel free to practice the mudra again that we practiced in the beginning. Bringing the tips of your thumbs together, tips of your index fingers, and then interlacing the other fingers. So the thumbs and index fingers create a triangle. Roll your shoulders back, open your heart. And let's just silently repeat Aum. Aum. You can say it out loud too if you feel it's more powerful. Aum. It's just this vibration that creates this beautiful strength and balance in our second chakra, helping us to flow through life with ease and grace. And inhale your palms to your heart, honoring all that you are, all of your experiences, including this practice. Thank you so much for taking time for this, taking time for yourself to create positive changes, not just in your own
inner and outer world, but also in this life. Everything starts within us, and the more we can balance ourselves out, the more balance we bring into this world, and that's so important. Let's close with one chant of Aum all together. Take a deep breath in. Thank you for your beautiful practice. Continue to flow through life with ease and grace and joy and clarity and peace. And if you like to experience more yoga practices, pranayams, life force exercises, theta healing, satsangs, please subscribe to my and Casey Hughes YouTube channel. Create a beautiful rest of the day. Namaste.